Raghav Chadda is a wonderful parliamentarian who raises issues like how telecom companies are looting us, and why MLAs and MPs must have educational degrees, food and drinks to be sold cheaper at the airports or cinema halls. These are the issues. These are the common issues he raises in the parliament. Now, he is actually a wonderful person, and he hits the common issues of life, and he thinks differently from other leaders. These are, this makes him someone special from other parliamentarians. We appreciate that one. But his role during the AAP, means Aam Aadmi Party rule there in Delhi, he assumed a passive role. He did not speak out on issues, on burning issues in Delhi. He remained silent. He remained silent. He did not speak a single word on issues like not issues. I should say scams. What are the scams or issues? Like wine scams were, wine scam was there in which multiple crore rupees, thousands of crores of rupees, were misappropriated and all these things. He did not. He remained silent. When a education scam happened in Delhi, that time also he remained silent. When several ministers and leaders of AAP were put into jail on the charges of scams, massive scams. Some of them are still in jail, like Satyendra Jain, the party chief Arvind Kejriwal. They were in jail. At that time also he remained silent. He didn't speak a single word. And that means what? And then corruption of the AAP leaders, which is known to everyone across the country. But he remained silent on issues like this, and moreover, there is a burning issues like massive spending by Arvind Kejriwal on making a Sheesh Mahal, or wonderful house or mansion, um, raised by Arvind Kejriwal. At the time also he remained silent. These are the issues where he maintained silence. You know, I find it is doubtful about his role. When they were in power, he remained silent. When he is out of power, now as a parliamentarian, he is raising issues like this. This humanitarian attitude, this this what good qualities as a parliamentarian, um, were lost at the time, when they were in power. Now, why this happened exactly? Why this exactly happened, I don't know. Whether you know, he is acting on the command of AAP leader, that is Arvind Kejriwal, or he is acting on his own. I find it very amusing, when a person speaks on the common issues like this, which which concerns which concern everyone in the country. I really find it interesting when they were in power at the time, he was not speaking on issues like this. He was just defending his leaders and the ministers and all these things. He was, sitting on the television shows, defending the party and his leaders, corrupted leaders. Now, these are certain things, makes me doubtful about his nature, about his mindset. But what he is doing now, really appreciable, and I applaud him for raising all these issues. I also want to raise this kind of issues, like why recharge should be done only for 28 days, why our ministers and MLAs and MPs do not have degrees with even less than graduation degree they are carrying on their portals, or they are carrying on their portfolios easily. So how this is happening in our country, in a country of 1.5 billion people. Here, there is no dearth of people, there is no shortage of educated people, and in such a condition, why uneducated leaders should come to the topmost positions of the country? That is also a matter to think. Anyways, I was speaking about the role of Raghav Chadda. but his role is now his role is okay. I think after losing everything, after losing the base of AAP, Aam Aadmi Party there in Delhi, he has come to his senses, and his issues would have been heard by people more if he belonged to some nationalistic party, corruption-free party. I think it would have been better. Anyways, I'm not here to exhort him. It is his personal choice which party he has chosen. But it's good that he is raising issues. Thank you. Thank you very much.